Hello, YouTube. Hello from everybody in chat. So, we're over here live at twitch.tv/the_control freak. We just trophied with Jun Shadow yesterday, so we're kind of running it back, changing up a few little things just to see how it goes. Swapping out the third Unholy Heat for the first Fatal Push. Gives us a little more edge against things like Ledger Shredder in the main, as well as like Omnath if we don't have Delirium, stuff like that. We dropped the second Rin and 6 for a Dark Confidant with the non-inclusion of Street Wraith. Going with this Riveteer's Charm build, we've got a little more ability to use Dark Confidant to help us grind out some more cards. In the sideboard, we've not changed anything from the league yesterday. Sideboard seemed to function pretty well. We've got like Chalice of the Void for the Cascade stuff, EE for Rhinos, anything going wide, Hammertime, stuff like that. 2 Terminate, 2 Alpine Moon, mostly for Urza Saga, also really good against like Tron. 2 Ancient Grudge for things like Affinity, the food decks. Another copy of Teamer Battle Rage for anything unfair. 2 Seasoned Pyromancer, 2 Turok for like blue-white control, 4-color piles, stuff like that where you want to go long. So the only big consideration I'm really thinking about right now is, do I want to drop Kroxa so I can swap out the mountain for a basic forest? So that's something I want to keep track of during a lot of these matchups. Like, is that worth it? So let's go ahead and hop in. And obviously the big hope, maybe we can trophy 2 days in a row with Jun Shadow and show that it's not dead. So yesterday we beat things like 4-color pile, we beat Burn, we beat the Indomitable Creativity deck. I'd say we beat Infect, but our opponent mulled to Oblivion, so I'm not counting that one. Then we beat Hammertime once, and then second Hammertime opponent disconnected. So fun stuff there. And I don't even remember what else. Some number of stuff. But we'll just sit here and dance until we get an opponent. Eventually. Ugh, the queue times feel like so ridiculous right now. I don't think there's anything they can really do about it, but it just seems like the waits are so long for matches. I don't know if anybody in chat is a big fan of the first-person shooter Apex Legends, but the new season drops today. So I'm pretty excited about that. Got a new legend. Sniper-based legend. So that's going to be kind of cool. And eventually, maybe, possibly, there we go. I was going to say we'll get an opponent. Don't you dare time out on us. Don't you dare do it. Alright. 1 a die roll. 1 lander with a bauble. We've got an Inquisition. I think I'm going to roll with it. So I'm actually going to bauble myself. And if it's not a land, I'll fetch Shock Inquisition. If it was a land, then I'd probably just pass and hold up like Unholy Heat. Oh boy. So let's just take the star, which means it's another star and or sphere on top. No star and or sphere on top. Alright, so they've got Sanctum. I think I'm just going to bolt myself, play Shadow here. Give our best possible clock. There it is. Do we have anything? So it's probably going to be play Dauthi here. So if they go like Karn, get Bridge, we might be able to kill their Karn, play their Karn with our Dauthi, shut off O-Stone, and be able to tutor up EE out of our sideboard to blow up Bridge. Or if we're able to find like a Thoughtseize or something. Like, I would absolutely love to find a Thoughtseize here and just like take their Karn. Swap out Dauthi for their Karn, shut off maps, O-Stones, stars, spheres, all that. Opponent does not even play out the O-Stone. So fetch land there is a fantastic draw. Alright, so attacking for 8 here. So Bolt does not change the clock at all. So I think we're just going to crack in with our 2 gentlemen here. Dismember? Oh, if they dismember the Shadow. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'd love to see it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't preemptively fire off your spells if you don't have to. Alright, so if we dodge the 3rd Tron land off the top, we should be okay. Relic is fine. Even if they get the Tron land here, I don't think there's anything they can do with 5 mana. That is A-okay. You've already played your land drop, so... Alright. Yes, Control Freak Stream, aka the Tron Maggot, or Magnet. Tron Maggot. Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. We do run into Tron like nobody's business. So, Riveteer's Charm's pretty meh. Probably okay, just like boarding out all of those. I'd rather have... get something like this. I can see cutting Ren. Just run like this. Really want a hand with like turn 1 Ragavan or Alpine Moon, Thoughtseize into Shadow. One of those 3 things. Like Turn 1 Ragavan into turn 2 Dauthi Thoughtseize. Honestly, only thing I've gotten to live that dream against Tron like once. See, like, this is one of those hands that's just way too fair to win. Like, we've got turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 Confidant, whatever, but if we don't find, like, Thoughtseizes and hand disruption, or Thoughtseizes and ways to interact with their stuff, and bigger threats, like, it's just not getting there. This is better. Ditch the Riveteer's Charm. So this is like turn 1 Ragavan. If we find second land, turn 2 like Thoughtseize plus Goyf or Goyf plus Alpine Moon. So opponent mold to 5. Get our Ragavan down. And we're hoping they don't have second Tron land Sylvan Scrying. Oh, looky. Second Tron land Sylvan Scrying. Oh, no, Sylvan Scrying. Okay. An Ancient Stirrings? Nope, just... would like to second land there. Ulamog. Can we cast that? Would I rather... Yeah, I'm just going to Thoughtseize plus Alpine Moon. They don't have the third Tron land. Urzas, what do they not have? Tower. Well, we know they've got the payoff. I can't do much about the missing Tron land, though. But I would really like to get this Tarmogoyf down so we can put on a more realistic clock here. Every time. Every time. Without fail. It's like you know it's there. The entire world knows it's there. Ooh. I kind of want an Ancient Stirrings for a land. That's just too greedy. So what does it look like if I miss? Also, my Ancient Stirrings for a land, or am I just like playing Dark Confidant here? No, playing Tarmogoyf. I'm gonna Ancient Stirrings for the land. I'm greedy. Ooh, thank you. Thank you, deck. Any order. Just the casual 4 lands off the top. But this is a lot worse if they end up having, like, Karn Liberated to go get EE here. Or not EE, Ensnaring Bridge. Because I would have liked to have had the Confidant down to try to give me extra draws towards a way to deal with that. But we do have, like, 2 Ancient Grudges in the deck. So we know they've got Karn Liberated, Sanctum of Ugin, Unknown. Hiya. And we're just going Confidant plus Tarmogoyf here. They have Dismember. Feels like a Dismember. Yep, nothing we can do to stop that. Now I know the last 2 cards are Sanctum plus Karn. Let's go Confidant, second Tarmogoyf. We have got lethal damage. Stone's fine. So we know that their last card off the top there was O-Stone. Their last card in hand is Karn Liberated. Yeah. Woo. 2-0 over Tron. Love to see it. Love to see it. Let's hope for not Tron in round 2. Yeah, it's really a disturbingly accurate command against Tron. Like, missing Tron lands always on top, without fail. And honestly, I wouldn't even get... How do I phrase it to not make me sound like a complete douche? I wouldn't get upset if they mapped for the land, or scrying for the land, ancient stirring for the land, whatever. But no, it's always just like the blind draw for the land. It's never tutor it up. And occasionally it is, but it's usually not even a situation where it's like star into sphere, into star, into Stirring's Miss, into star, and then hit land. Nah, it's just like 3 blind draws, and that third one was just the Tron land, and that happened to be right when they needed it. But it does feel good to start off a league with 2-0 over Tron. Just kind of shows the power of, like, Ragavan, Hand Disruption, Goyf, Teamer Battle Rage. You can win a number of your really bad matchups by just doing that. Hand's reasonable. Hammertime. Alright. Start with Ragavan. Go and get that there hammer. Yeah. I want to just get down Tarmogoyf. Push this. Okay. A little bit of an awkward spot. Third land would have been really nice to fire off this Inquisition. Make another token. You know you want to. It's always terrifying when they just float mana. Yep. Alright. Had the stuff. Got Alpine Moon, Ancient Grudge, EE, Terminate, maybe Turok. Charm's pretty bad. Dauthi's not great. I want to keep in at least one Battle Rage. Brooks' meh. Can trim a couple Thoughtseize. Ragavan's better on the play. I don't want to just trim Kroxa. I have like an irrational fear of Sanctifier on Vec. Which maybe I want Riveteer's Charm in some number 4 Sanctifier. Crazy is that? Not like too overboard with them. But I feel like it's gonna hit Sanctifier more often than more often than not when you want to hit Sanctifier. Alright. I'm gonna throw him back. Just bobble. What a hand. Let's take Stoneforge. Memnite, double blacksmith skill. Good draw. Ah, yeah. Ahead and exile blacksmith skill, deal. Yeah, I think I'm going to give them this turn to top deck a hammer. All right. Can't currently cast that, and I don't want to Alpine Moon the Ink Moth and let them be able to cast that. So let's go for this, see if they Blacksmith skill it. Do. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and kill and swing in. I know they can't have both a land and a hammer, and they can't be drawing into the second one, so... Good old Confidant. Alright. Am I trading one of these for Ink Moth? Yes. Lands off the board are a good thing for me. So. A little bit surprised at this block. This can hit. Can hit enchantments. Heck yeah. Let's go Overgrown Tomb. Yes. Exile you. Nice. Death Shadow Control online. On the draw, I think I'm going to cut the Dauthi back for another Thoughtseize. Give me another Altellect Sanctifier. Let's roll with it. Oh boy. I don't love it, but I really don't want to mulligan a lot. They mulligan to at least 6. How's the deck working? Well, we're at least 1-0 right now. We beat Tron round 1. Alright, I do want that Tarmogoyf. So let's fire this off. Take a Sanctifier. Which honestly, I probably could have just taken one of these Stone Forges. But here we are. Nettle Cyst. Am I just getting down Tarmogoyf here? I don't like that. I don't care if they Stoneforge in a Nettle Cyst, right? Like, they're going to be able to kill it regardless. Well, I feel like killing the creature doesn't really do anything for me. Like, they're gonna get to play this Nettle Cyst regardless. So I might as well just use my mana and, like, get down my threat. Terminate. And now we're just in the boat of, like, find a shadow. Find shadow, find Goy, find something to get the game over. Go get Cauldra. I know you want to. King! Yep. They do have the Pure Steel Paladin. Alright. Yeah, we are pretty flooded here. Trying to wait and see if they get, like, Cauldra or something after this, and I'm gonna have to kill the Stoneforge Mystic. Sword of Fire and Ice. Alright. Shadow. Not a shadow. Not terrible, but not a shadow. Love the style of this Jund Shadow. Seems like the spot where the Charm could shine more. I mean, Charm would be okay, but it's still like 3 mana for maybe draw something relevant, which is a big ask. I guess I should have killed this Stoneforge so they couldn't play out the sword and try to equip it right here. Alright, so this doesn't matter. I can still Fatal Push the Germ. Just need to find something to help me get out of this. Alright, so I could make them sack the Stone Forge. Is this until the next end step? Next end step. Wait, so when it says until your next end step, so I can Riveteer's Charm on my end step and have access to the cards up through my next turn, right? Since it says until your next end step. So yeah, I can Riveteer's Charm on my end step, have access to the cards through their turn, or on my end step through their turn back to my turn. But I'm guessing it's better to just fire this off now. Whew! Man! Let's talk about some hits. So, Shadow, Shock, and we're Ancient Grudging what? The Sword? For the Hammer? I think the Sword, because I think I don't want them to have... Yeah. I don't want them to equip to Ink Moth and have draw a card. Like, they're welcome to equip to Ink Moth and, like, attack me for 4 or whatever, 3. 4. Because of 1, 2, 3, and then 4, yeah. I'll take that all day long. Ragioli. Alright. Dash you, because if you want to trade off with a Stone Forge, that's fine with me. Well, if they've drawn another copy, or drawn a copy of Blacksmith skill. Yep. Take it. They take it. Oh. This match is stressful. Yep. Okay. So I can't attack because I can just fire up the Ink Moth and Blacksmith Skillet. And then I'm dead to Esper Sentinel on the Crackback. Man, just mono Blacksmith skills. And if they find a removal spell, or if they find a land, I'm dead, right? Because they can go land, fire up the Ink Moth, move over the Nettle Cyst, and Blacksmith Skillet. Are they going to leave it up to me finding a way to deal with the Esper Sentinel? Oh, that's so greedy. Never mind. Ancient Grudge off the top. 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 We'll take Lightning Bolt too. Flooded so bad. Oh, we flooded so bad. Oh, that match. That was a rough one. That, if we had intercept that charm, it wouldn't have done anything. So we would have had to wait till the next turn to cast a shadow. Still wouldn't have had Battle Rage. I guess that was one of the times that Painful Truths would have been better. Because we would have gotten to play the Shadow right away and have the Ancient Grudge. And then we would have gotten the Teamer Battle Rage in hand instead of exiled. The 3 life didn't matter because our opponent ended up killing us with infect damage. So yeah, that was one of the times that Painful Truths would have been better than Riveteer's Charm. Alright. Misty Rainforest for Spara's headquarters. So let's play out Ragavan. First glance, this is Screaming Spike Blink deck to me. Yep. What many would call the worst matchup we can possibly have. I can't get a green source. Ugh. Yep, this is just like an absolutely atrocious matchup for us. Everything's just like blink, draw a card, stand in the way, get stuff back from the graveyard. That fetch decision on turn 1 messed me up badly. Or not turn 1, turn 2. Find a company. just have an Ephemerate. Alright. Well, that's our game plan. Hope our opponent doesn't have a deputy of detention. Guess I can just time warp here. Or the 3-for-1 solitude. You got it. Alright. As previously mentioned, this is about as horrific as a matchup as we can get. Like, it's the kind of thing where just nothing you do matters. So our game plan is just going to be to move as quickly as we can to get them not alive anymore. Turok to bring in EE's okay. Ren can ping some mana dorks on the play. Dauthi's good with everything going to the graveyard. I just want to board out some hand disruption because of like Veil of Summer. But yeah, their entire deck's just chump blockers and redraws and again, horrific for us to deal with. Now, this is the kind of hand that might be able to get us there. Just have, like, turn 1 Thoughtseize into Dauthi. Shadow Battle Rage. Take one of these walls, might terminate the second one. Did they find a mana dork? Okay. I don't know why they're like so aggressively fetching tapped on their own turn. Do you think a green Veil of Summer for white would be too busted? You mean like a Veil of Summer that stops stops your opponents from targeting your stuff with white cards, kind of. Fine, I guess. Alright. We're already, like, dead to Solitude, so I'm not going to spend a bunch of time trying to play around it. Let's go ahead and play out this other shadow. If they Solitude away my shadows, I think I'm still okay because I just have like Battle Rage and Dauthi. Endurance is fine. Yep. Okay. Don't really need these shadows to be bigger, so. Alright. All excellent draws. Alright, so we know that they can't do anything here. We'll just take whatever. Swing in. And I'm not going to show him Battle Rage. I'm just going to show him the bolt to the face. So I don't want them going into game 3 like playing around Battle Rage. But that right there is like exactly what we need to happen to have a chance. We just need to be 90-0, kill them as fast as possible. Try not to give them a chance to regroup. I think I'm going to board out a couple Ragavans for a couple Terminates on the draw. Ragavan just gets stonewalled by, like, everything. But we got to think about that when it comes to our opening hand. Like, we need turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Dauthi or Shadow. Okay. We'll ditch EE. Young Dingo coming in with the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome everybody. We're playing some Jund Shadow. Currently 1-1. Lost a close one to Hammertime last round. And now we're out here against Spike's Blink deck. Just seeing if we can find a way to squeak out a win here. So Soul Herder's a lot worse if they find the land. But I think I'm going to take it because if they want to evoke this Solitude to deal with my Dauthi, then they're losing this Ephemerate. I think that's a pretty big deal. But yeah, for everybody coming in, my name's Michael, or Control Freak on Magic Online. Play a whole lot of Modern, especially a lot of Death Shadow. So if you're interested in the Shadow archetype, then you have come to the right place. But I was watching your Grixis League earlier with Tasigur, and I was sad that Tasigur didn't look better. but it's still great to see that card get a little bit of love. Alright, let's Thoughtseize. Solitude and Ephemerate. All of Omens. Okay. So we're down to a couple walls on board. Obviously, we need to find lands and stuff so we can get multi-spells going. But at least we do have a threat. Find another land that maybe like Rin plus ping the Wall of Blossoms will be okay. Alright, so we didn't know about that Flooded Strand. So we know their last card's this Windswept Heath. No instant in the yard currently. I think I'm just going to get down Tarmogoyf. Plan on bolting this Deputy next turn. Alright, well, we got to deal with that. Let's start with Thoughtseize. How afraid am I of Ephemerate? I guess it's like Ephemerate or Ice Fang Quaddle that kind of gives me fits right here. Big bucks, no Ephemerate. Sweet. We are getting fairly close to just like bolt them out territory. Solitude. Not Solitude. Oh, there we go. Alright. How about a land? Risk it for the Veil of Summer Biscuit. Ooh. Ooh. And I'm just going to go ahead and get my Dauthi back. So brutal, non-stop advantage. It really is. It's just everything in the deck says draw a card. It's miserable. And everything in our deck says don't give Michael a land. Alright. Mountain. Wrenn. Start taking up the Wrenn. Is there any reason I want a Solitude? Don't think so. But I do have to go ahead and kill it before they have a chance to draw into like an Ephemerate. Meddling Mage on Death Shadow. Alright, so I can swap out this Dauthi for a Solitude and exile the Meddling Mage, play the Shadow, and I give them like one turn to draw something pretty good, or I've just got Shadow plus Battle Rage. I feel like that's what I need to do here. I can correct the Peatland. Maybe I draw like a Fatal Push or a Bolt and I kill the Meddling Mage and get the Shadow anyway. Maybe that's reasonable. Yeah, let's do that. Turok. Turok I don't think does enough for me. So let's just get this Solitude. Sell you. Play my Shadow. Say go. Alright. Ewit. Not Ewit. Company. It's Ewit. Get back what? Deputy? Back Soul Herder. Alright. We might be able to cheese one out here. I don't want to Ren in 6, right? I want to play the Catacombs from hand. Because if I'm attacking with both, I want to give myself the chance to just like Ren down tick and ping something that blocks Solitude. Or we get rewarded because we didn't play out the Battle Rage game 2 and opponent's not playing around it. That deserves an exclamation TBR kill in chat. Alright, 2 and 1. I'm sure it's okay. We'll probably get another one. Oh, we killed Tron with TBR. We killed Tron round 1, so we're actually on track. You just remembered that and I didn't. Good job. But yeah, for everybody who came in from Dingo's stream, like I said, we're playing some Jund Shadow today. We played yesterday, ended up with a trophy in the second league and like 3-2 in the first league, so not bad. But we're kind of trying out Riveteer's Charm, Dauthi Voidwalker in the main deck, some stuff like that. So if you're interested or if you got any questions or comments, feel free to hop into chat. Or if you want to just jump in, tell us about yourself. What got you into Magic? Why Death Shadow is the best archetype in Modern? I don't know. Anything you want to talk about? Any topics at all? They're more than glad to have you. Or if you want to hang out and lurk, you're more than welcome to do that too. But we do have... I'll do my quick call to action since we got the new people. In the chat now, I'm going to be throwing out the links for like the Twitter and the YouTube and the Discord. So if you want to go check out any of those, you're more than welcome to. Our YouTube's got like all sorts of leagues for other sorts of shadow decks. I have a comment, Riveteer's Charm is poop. It depends. Like, sometimes Riveteer's Charm's been okay. Sometimes it's been absolutely awful. Alright, Punt and Wine. So this is like pretty known Amulet Titan. This hand has no black mana. This hand has stuff. Do I want to just ditch the Stomping Ground? And I hope Ragavan does a little work. Arboreal Grazer. Scourge of the Seven Seas. Alright. What do I want to do here? I think I'm just going to get down Tarmogoyf. Cavern of Souls on Giant. How many Titans you got? You got no Titans. You have a Karn the Great Creator. The good old no block. So, Amulet Titan's kind of matchup that's gotten a lot better for, like, the Grixis variations of Shadow. Because you get access to, like, Dress Down. Little bit less so for our variation of Shadow. But, gotta do what you gotta do. Summoner's Pact and a Steve. But obviously, like, that turn 1 Arboreal Grazer kind of shut off a lot of our momentum here. What's my game plan? Ragavan's not getting anywhere. Let's just rack in. We can get Riveteer's Charm and make them sack this Dryad. Is that where we want to be? Or I guess we can wait till they play the Titan and plan on sacking that. It gets a little awkward here because if they go get like Valakut or something, then oh, they just drew this Titan. They didn't even pack for it. If they go get Valakut, and then we Riveteer's Charm, they sack the Titan and they get to keep the Valakuts. I think we're just going to make them sack the Dryad. But they can go get like Bajuka Bog Vesuva or something and outvalue us with these Titans pretty hard. Which I think I'll probably just scoop if they get Bajuka Bog in any capacity. Yep. Alright. So game 2. Got Alpine Moon. Got Ancient Grudge, our other TBR, Turok, Terminate. Bring in Chalice for Summoner's Pact. Things we don't want. Lightning Bolt's pretty bad. Holy Heat's okay. Fatal Push is pretty rough. I think Ragavan's probably like actively bad here against both Arboreal Grazer and Sakura Tribuilder. Want Dauthi, Goyf, Shadow. Board out a basic. Board out Ren and 6. Board out Croxa. Some Riveteer's Charm. Go like this. Let's see, Corey, I think the that might have been yesterday's deck list. I just updated it, so that should be the up-to-date one now. Okay. Thoughtseize into Confidant. It's got to do something for us. Terminate. Keep a Terminate. They're going all in on the value train hand. Take Dryad in case they top deck an Amulet here. I don't want them playing a turn 2 Dryad. Amulet or like Arboreal Grazer. Oh yeah. Yeah, didn't see that one coming, did you? Also interesting that they're running basic island. So let's go. Dauthi, Thoughtseize. Dauthi. Thoughtseize. Take Karn. Follow comment. Bob is also kind of doo-doo, but costs like it's a staple. Wild Times. I mean, the challenge top 8 list with Hydro Krasis and Inferno Titan. Oh boy. Like, I got my my challenge win with Jun Shadow with Dark Confidant, so I feel like I've got a little experience with the card. And I wouldn't go as far as saying it's great by any means, but it's not bad. What do I have in my sideboard? EE's the only thing I could get off Karn. Guess I'm just terminate Grazer Swing. Oh, they have this Summoner's Pack, don't they? I should have thought about that a little bit more. I should have thought about that some more. Correction, it's bad to current fire design standards. That's probably more accurate, yeah. They do get the Hydroid Krasis. So game 2, draw 2. I suppose. Oh no, that was hard. They keep hard casting these things when I know they have a pack. Driving me crazy. Oh no, they did pack. They packed for the Hydroid Krasis, so they got to pay for that next turn. Okay. Okay. Is there any reason that I want to get like a Dryad or something? Probably not. Bob doing Ren and 6 work here. Bob does pretty good work at that. Big question is, can we outrace our own Bob? That is the question of the day, isn't it? Okay. We're down to 1 unknown in hand. I mean, there's a reasonable chance that I might just like EE on 1 here and then sack it off, get rid of the Grazers, and have Shadow as my follow-up. See what Bob does for us. That's a good Bob. We could also kick Turok and get the last card out of hand. kind of want to kick the Turok. Like, I go down to 3 to kick Turok, play Shadow. Let's do that. Boros Garrison. Okay. Keep attacking him with his Bob, because if they want to trade it for like a Steve, I'm all for it. Okay. All right. Do we need to kill off our own Bob here? Probably, right? We attack with everything. And then EE on 2, kill off our own Bob. I guess we should have traded off the Dauthi for like a Dryad if that was our plan. So we could just pay our mana painlessly. Yeah, that would have been better. Definitely a bad call on our part. So I can get basic mountain. Going down to 1 is fine. Oh, no, I can't get basic mountain. I boarded it out. That's right. I boarded out the basic mountain. My one time of need. So, pretty punished for not just sacking the Dauthi for that Dryad there.
But there's a misunderstanding as to why.
Alright, Bog is fine.
Because it is hard to sit in the cross-legged position or to attain enlightenment. It's difficult.
Sorry, Confidant.
It's hard to keep our mind pure and our practice pure in its fundamental sense.
Okay. Practice Pete Lane before damage, just in case we find Battle Rage. Nope.
If your mind is empty, it is always ready for anything.
But we will play out.
In the beginner's mind,
Am I playing out this Alpine Moon?
In the expert's mind, there are few.
Slayer Stronghold. Do we care about Slayer Stronghold? Because they don't have Boros Garrison anymore. Why pop the EE? Because we were at 1 life with the Dark Confidant. So if we happen to hit like a 1-drop or something, we just kill ourselves. We didn't need to. So I know their last card is a land that they picked up off of the Simic Growth Chamber earlier. I don't remember which one it is, but that's what it was. So if they can't kill me here with Stronghold, then I probably just want to save this Alpine Moon to maybe name Urza's Saga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, I'm probably just going to save this. Are we going to game 3? Did we both do basically nothing this game? And what land did they pick up? Does it show up here? Oh, they picked up the land that enters and, like, makes a mana when it enters. Alpine Moon doesn't work on Tellurian West in hand, right? Correct. Yeah, it's not considered a land you control if it's not on the battlefield. So every now and then you'll get a funny play like Alpine Moon naming Simic Growth Chamber when they only got 3 lands out and have to pay for a pact. But otherwise, Alpine Moon's usually like Urza's Saga, Slayer, Stronghold, Valakut. Whichever one you think you're more than likely to die to that turn. They had to have drawn a Titan here, right? It's like, I don't think you would be spending a lot of time mulling over this decision if it's not, like, exactly Titan. Because another creature just gives you a chump blocker for a turn. Like Titan or Summoner's Pact. It's like if it's Karn for Bridge, you got Karn for Bridge. There's not a... Yeah, it's not a whole lot of reason to wonder about it. Could be Cultivator Colossus. Maybe they're running a Hornet Queen. Just get a Titan. Titan, get Bounce Land, Growth Chamber. That worth it? One, 2, 3. They could, like, Bounce Land, Growth Chamber, Pact for a, Lair of the Hydra. Double Lair of the Hydra. Okay. Does this have Trample? Does not. It's good to know. Alright, so we've got Dash Ragavan for lethal. On to game 3. Nice. Alright. Game 3. What do I want to swap out? I want the EE back in. Fatal Push. Ren and 6 definitely... Ren and 6 and Croxa both definitely look worse now that they're getting Bajuka Bog fairly aggressively. Spyro could be an option. I think I want the Fatal Push back with like Lair of the Hydra being shown. Fatal Push over the 4th Ragavan. They just got so many ways to deal with Ragavan, right? Gotta ship this. So slow. Then, like, Stomping Ground doesn't help me cast Dauthi. Yeah, I gotta throw this back. This is way, 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 way better. So keep, and I think we're just gonna ditch the Dauthi. Have turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Thoughtseize Shadow. Go for, like, the high upside. What do we got? Terminate. Not the worst. Taking Azusa. Absolutely. And that's kind of why you Thoughtseize first. Because you don't want to Thoughtseize and see like a Zeus or a Dryad, and you have to take that and then leave them with the Titan. Part of me wants to just like throw down this EE on 1, but yep. That was their draw for turn. Alright, so let's start working through our Boreal Grazers, unfortunately. Maybe our opponent's nice and Besages us. Ooh, Dryad. Attack with a Dryad? Ah. Worth a try. Grudge doesn't look like it does a whole lot here. Let's just pass. No. Go away. Fetch land. All right. Yeah, the trigger does fizzle. Valakut has a delayed trigger. So when it enters, it triggers to see if you've got 5 mountains mountains, and then it checks again when it resolves to make sure there's, or when a land enters, it triggers to check if you have 5 mountains, and then when it resolves, it checks to see if you've got 5 mountains in play. And because our opponent did not have 5 mountains in play, got to take it out there. Alright, how about like a Ren in 6? That'd be really good. That is also fine. That's worst case scenario for us. Now they get to kill this shadow. Well, if we find a land, we can kill the Dryad. So that's a start. This might be dead to the Arboreal Grazer. We're actually going to be dead to the Arboreal Grazer. Oh, basic swamp, you betrayed me so badly. Maybe they decide to go to combat first. I guess it wouldn't matter, would it? It's kind of like if I have basics forest, I can stop this. But there's not like a... They've got white with Dryad. Oh, I should have killed the Dryad first. I should have killed it on my turn so they couldn't make mana. I didn't even begin to think about them not having white mana. That's painful. I didn't even begin to think about that. Well, I guess there's always the chance they don't notice either. Can't imagine they won't, but yep, there you go. Oh, man. Yep. Ah, did not notice the no white mana. I was just thinking like, oh yeah, they've got Dryad. They've got all their mana. So I know they're going to have the mana activate. I did not think about the Dryad being the only reason they had white. So that was a punt on our part, or on my part. I don't think it would have... It only would have changed something if I happened to draw like Shadow right after that, and then they drew dead, and then I get to untap with Battle Rage. So pretty low likelihood, but still, non-zero is a chance. Well, I certainly can't make a call to action after that. I don't want to tell people to follow me while I'm over here punting against Amulet Titan. Because I can't see that the opponent doesn't have white mana. As soon as I say that, we get a follow. Right, why is it not updating? Mini feed. What you doing over here? Want to update for me? That'd be sublime. Like getting the following sounds, but my feed as to who's following is not updating. So, thank you to the recent 2 followers. Very much appreciated. Try this again. XL Snapcaster. Alright. Yorion, the Sky Nomad. Maybe we can win this game by battle raging a Kroxa. Sounds like a real thing. It's never Yorion taxes. We played against that like one time and never again. And every time I play, I'm just like, I really wish this was... Yeah, really wish this were Yorion taxes I was up against. Kind of want a Thoughtseize Shadow here. Just in case they've got a Renin 6. Main deck, Veil of Summer. In my 80 card deck. Alright. Very expressive iteration. So let's take the Teferi. And is not great. No Renin 6 off the top, please. I do appreciate the foilness of their deck, though. Foils aren't for me, but it doesn't mean that I can't, like, have some appreciation. Counterspell. Stomping Ground down. No expressive iteration to start the turn. So would I rather escape Kroxa? Could have team, or it could have Counterspell. That's like biggest concern here. Yeah, I know I've got lethal with the Battle Rage, but if they've got Counterspell, then I run into the issue of, like, they Counterspell my Battle Rage, I'm not getting Kroxa down. I guess I should just try to cheese. Yeah, so this was the issue, is they have Counterspell, now I'm down a Battle Rage. But the bright side is I just have, like, Lightning Bolt in hand plus Kroxa. And, alright. So, it was probably better just to take the 7 and go for Kroxa to be more mana efficient. But I guess Dauthi down is fine too. Plays better against like Omnath and stuff like that. So either one's probably reasonable. Turok, Spyro. Terminate's great if they're on like the big pitch elementals and Omnath and stuff. Things I do not want access to. Lightning Bolt. Trim, something like Unholy Heat. Battle Rage. Against 80 card decks, I think it was well played. You knew his hand. What, you mean going for the Battle Rage and Dauthi line? Like, it could be okay, but I hate... Alright. I'll preface this by saying, with my experience on Magic Online, I hate taking the approach of, oh, they've got 80 cards in their deck. Because from my experience, they've got the thing I don't want to deal with. Like, okay, my opponent's got 80 cards in hand. You want to bet they have a Veil of Summer? Because I'd bet a large sum of money they do here. Oh my god, I'm shocked. But I'm going to bet they untap and play a Renin 6. So if I had played turn 1 Ragavan, I'd bet you they had that covered by just Ren down ticking on it. Oh my god, how does he do it? Like, I'm telling you, from my experience, I cannot play the, oh, they have 80 cards, there's a reasonable chance they don't have the thing game. Because they've got the thing. Like my Tron opponent earlier, ripping the Tron land off the top. And I just had to play out the Alpine Moon, like, before I wanted to, because they've got the Tron land. Like, can't do anything about that. Oh, they don't need to fetch and use Ren because they've got the Abundant Growth? Reasonable. And I think I just want to play Spyro here. Ditch Ragavan and this other Dauthi. Or I could ditch Dauthi land. But I kind of want to go wide. Okay. Oh my god, it's Omnath. Ah. Red, white, green, blue. Very sure. Who wants to take bets as to whether their 80 card deck has a second copy of Veil of Summer? Because I obviously want to Windmill Slam this Turok. But maybe I'm supposed to just go Fetch Shock, Dauthi. Let's do that. So if they try to go like Omnath, play a fetch, I've got that covered. Or they just have Supreme Verdict. Okay. Otawara, Flooded Strand. Could be better. Could be worse, but could be better. Omnath. Second Supreme Verdict. Okay. Okay. Second Supreme Verdict and Solitude. So Veil of Summer, double Supreme Verdict. Ren, Teferi, Solitude. How much do we want to bet last two cards? Or two of the last three cards are like Omnath plus Veil of Summer. Just third Teferi. Mountain, Blood Crypt. And I can Spyro in response to a relic, or if they just like pass the turn, I'll just get Spyro. Okay. They're back up to 5 cards in hand. That is insane. So, ripped off that. Now save this. I go ahead and kill this, because if I don't kill it now, they're going to get to attack into the Dauthi anyway. Is this the Omnath, finally? The second I have to give up my Terminate? Alright. Got the Fury. Nope. Alright. We'll scoop it up to that. The Veil of Summer into double Supreme Verdict. That'll do it. I could board in Battle Rages. It's like worse against Solitude, but it's better against just like this go big plan. But I don't think that's worth it. It's also better against things like Ice Fang Coatl. Alright, Thoughtseize into Croaks into Double Shadow and a Prayer. Ragavan, Unholy Heat, Relic. Solitude. Am I just gonna have to take this solitude? I am. Probably gonna have to let him just hit me with this Ragavan once, so I can, like, turn 2 Kroxa. They hit me, turn 3 Double Shadow, and dodge Unholy Heat. Never mind. Yeah. Relic's gone. Second copy of Ragavan's gone. Shadow. So if they want to crack the Relic here, they're just going to do it this way. Now they attack in with Monkey, and I take it. Odawara, unknown, unknown. Got it. Huh. I would have liked to have drawn that one. Alright, so we'll just get down Goyf Shadow this turn. Wonder why they didn't get back a fetch land there. Huh. Fortunately, they got this, these Goyfs kind of neutered. So, let's save, hold on to the, Thoughtseize. They play out Teferi here. Bounce the Shadow, I guess. Just do this to, like, make them go ahead and crack this Relic. A little bit of a risky play there, because if I just had, like, a Lightning Bolt. Thank you for the follow. Why is my mini feed not updating? There's gotta be some reason that this isn't. Alright, I got the chat message, the test. But it's like the The little mini feed right here isn't updating follows or anything. I have no idea what's going on there. Veil of Summer off the top. So I kind of want to just go Thought Sees You, play Shadow. Take Omnath for sure. Play Shadow, say go. Alright, if they don't find something off this... Oh, they've got a Veil of Summer. So Terminate doesn't do it. Let's attack both of them. I think my best bet's just to... Oh, I didn't have a fetch land in the yard. They got back their fetch. But I think my best bet is just to make them dead to either of my creatures next turn. All right. 3 and 2. It's a lot worse than it could have been. Or a lot better than it could have been. A lot better than it could have been. So, what was good? What was bad? What was ugly? Obviously, we had the rough one against Amulet Titan, where I just didn't realize that my opponent didn't have white, so I didn't crack EE at the right time. So that was a mistake on my part. I don't think it would have gotten us the win, but it would have gotten us closer. And then the other loss was to Hammertime, where we just flooded out really badly game 3. About 3 wins better than it could have been. Exactly. Precisely 3 wins better than it could have been. But as far as the deck goes, like, Dauthi was excellent. Did a lot of work at negating, like, Wrenn and 6 against the 4-color piles. Was great against Amulet Titan, just allowing us to attack through things like Arboreal Grazers without any worry. We saw it against the Bant Blink deck, the Spike deck, able to just exile stuff so they couldn't get it back with the Eternal Witnesses. So I've still been a really big fan of Dauthi. Dark Confidant, I think, was fairly good. At least worth trying again. I think it did, like, the Wrenn and 6 job, but attacked. Like, it wasn't great against Arboreal Grazer specifically, but just giving us some more cards to work with is always a plus. Like, Wrenn and 6, I know people always use the adage of, like, Wrenn and 6 is a +1 draw a card, which is true to an extent. It's like +1, put a card into hand that you didn't have before, but if you're drawing lands off the top, Wrenn and 6 is just +1, always get an extra land. But if you're not hitting lands off the top and you just want those consistent land drops, then Wrenn and 6 is, like, fantastic. I do think Wrenn and 6 is a lot better with, like, Seasoned Pyromancer in the main deck. So I might want to try, like, minus a Riveteer's Charm plus a Seasoned Pyromancer in the main. A little better against, like, the 4-color piles and stuff like that. But we are getting to this point where we've got, like, a lot of one-ofs in the main. And I don't like that for the sake of consistency. Like, that's 7 one-ofs. That's so many. So I think I would rather cut back on some of these to get another like 4 of something in here, or cut some of these 1-ofs for like a second copy of something. Like maybe cut the Dark Confidant for a second copy of Ren, or cut the Ren for a second Confidant, cut Fatal Push for a second Terminate, something like that. I think would be a fairly beneficial move. So that's what we'll probably look at whenever we make adjustments.